Hit a bit of a snag today. I was jorging. And, you know, on the days when it's really hard to do this, you know, the exercise part of it, because, again, I hate it. But on these days when it's particularly difficult, I find myself more often looking down at the digital pets and being like, okay, how many steps? How much progress are we making? Please, God, remind me why I'm doing this. So I looked down partway through it, and I realized that no matter how many steps I took, the slime's steps weren't going up. And I was like, what's the deal? Because, you know, I look at the map. I was on this little peninsula thing. There's clearly space. There's clearly space. You can see it. You can see the yellow. Is yellow not ground? Is that small section of land actually whale piss? I was even wondering if maybe they were talking about like down to the pixel, like maybe I could like go up a bit and then right a bit and then up a bit and then right a bit, but no, it doesn't. It wouldn't let me do that. The only thing that will work is me going back through this way. Oh, by the way, you'll also notice that we're not in the swamp anymore. The swamp was apparently only in that like middle region of the continent, and so you go from flatlands to swamp to, you know, back to the flatlands or whatever. But another cool thing is that if you look over in the stats, the familiarity that I had in Heichi, which means flatlands, was maintained. You actually have separate familiarity counts for each terrain type. And so in the swamp area, we gained about, I don't know, maybe a quarter of the bar. Well, yeah, maybe about a quarter. And then Heichi, here we are, came back, and it's at about half. And so the way you can raise familiarity with terrain is by walking a certain number of steps, feeding it the Meibutsu, or the specialty of the region, giving it a familiarity herb. That's just something that you can sometimes find after battle, that I did find after fighting a Draki today, at least I think it did. It looked like a cattail plant. And so each, again, the Meibutsu means, you know, region specialty, like the produce, or a product, or a meal, something. And the one in the swamp was, I think it's supposed to be a snail, but it just looks like your slime's eating poop. I'll have to show you at some point. Ooh, they're hungry! The stress is low, though. And see, with every fight, they gain these points. I assume that the attack and defense just means they're, you know, attack and defense. I'm not sure what the fire thing is, or the crown thing is. It could be magic. Usually in the Dragon Quest series, whenever someone does magic, there's that, like, you know, flare-up of purple that rings around them. So that could be that. I'm just not really sure what that means. And then their weight. There's something that's tricky, though. If you only de-stress them by doing the brick break game, you're not going to have them lose weight. I think this slime started out at about 50 pounds, and so since, you know, I only really move when I go to the exercise room, otherwise I'm a friggin' lump. So I end up just de-stressing it a lot with the brick break, you know? And I guess I need to work on that. Because it's not 1,000 steps for de-stressing, it's actually more like 400, so it's not terrible. I might challenge myself here if I find time in the evening, you know, go for an evening walk, try to de-stress it that way. Because we gotta get your weight down, buddy. I mean, I don't know what happens if he gets too big. Maybe it turns into the king slime, which is not a good message for the kids. It's probably a great message for the slime kids. I don't think, you know, weight and obesity really mean the same thing to them. Look at him. He's chubbing and he's just like so cool with it. Oh yeah, and I don't know if you noticed this. I got this recently. It was a few months ago. I found this on sale on like, I think it was Yes Asia. Man, the camera can't capture its brilliance too well. We need more lights. We need more lights. There, now you can see it thanks to the, oh, God dang it, I love this thing. Look how freaking shiny it is. It could use a rubbing. It could use a polishing. I don't know what material this is out of. I know with certain metals, or rather like all unpolished metals, you gotta keep polishing them. I don't want to end up with a Statue of Liberty of slimes, okay? I don't think that'd be very, So my plan for now is to continue going back to the left. It is going to walk us back to the swamp, and then it's going to take us back to the plains. If we max out our plains familiarity, we're going to end up with a regular slime, which I don't know. I don't think they can cross the ocean, so if we want to travel across the ocean, we're going to probably want to stay in the swamp and have them change into whatever they change into when they meet familiarity in that area. Probably something that can cross the ocean. Oh man, oh god, there's some meta in here, you know, there's some strategy you gotta use because he's hungry and I could feed them now, but what if I wait until they get to the swamp and then use Meibutsu? Because the only difference between Meibutsu and Gohan is that the Meibutsu gives them food, the Gohan gives them food, but the Meibutsu boosts familiarity for that region. So I might take him on another walk until they get to the swamp. We're not too far off from the swamp. Maybe like another 1,000 steps or something like that. You know, we'll work it out. Oh, the D3! Wormmon has yet to make any friends. Seriously, look at this. I did kind of have a friend there for a little bit. I was walking and there was this event, right? And suddenly, I thought it was straight up just Mummymon. Because it's usually Mummymon popping up and then he like blasts me. You're supposed to, same with the Digiegg, you're supposed to like mash this button as fast as you can and fill up all 4 of the fire bars. But I can do that with the Digiegg, but with Mummymon, it's just no hope. He always beats me. I can only get about 2 fire parts of the bar. And then he just blasts me. It depletes all of my D power and sets me back some steps. It's really frustrating. But this time it was Andromon. Andromon. And Wormmon was like, hey, buddy! And Andromon was like, hey, buddy! And they did that back and forth for like a minute. And then he finally left, and I was like, okay, cool. And then I went into the next battle, and he popped up, and he shot 4 3 damage blasts all at once, and it just completely destroyed this champion Digimon I was about to fight against and probably lose against because I can't freaking consistently get the power rating on this guy. But it was awesome. So he took out the battle, but then he left. I guess that was just it. Like he just gives you, I guess that would be what, 12 damage against your opponent at the start of the next battle. So it was nice, but we still haven't recruited any new Digimon. We did find the Digi-Egg of Courage, so that, you know, there's that. On the plus side, though, there's another thing happening. We're gonna go back to, this is the area where previously we had found the Yokomon village, and I don't know if the Yokomon are still there, or if we do go back, maybe they won't. Are they gonna share with us their secret stat boosting potion? Well, it's the village again. But is it? Hey, they're back! Oh, how sweet, they're doing the same song and dance. Are they still gonna? Okay, yeah, maybe they don't recognize us. All right, all is well. Oh, did they just boost the D power this time? Oh, they gave us the egg. Okay, cool, I guess. Can you guys also boost my stats? That'd be great. Right now I'm shooting 3 crap, so you can't spam the stat boosts. So it looks like we are indeed on our way over to fight Biomon, the Garudamon, whatever. And yeah, that wasn't even the right Digi-Egg for Wormmon, dang it. But at least they can Digivolve in a Stigmon. So there's that at the end of the day. I just wish I could find some new companion Digimon so we could DNA Digivolve. It's really freaking frustrating. I need to find Vmon, I think. And if we find Vmon, then we'll be able to DNA Digivolve, which is pretty much an ultimate form, and we'll be able to fight most things. Right now, Champion Digimon is just not cutting it. I'm getting my butt kicked half the time because I can't, this pedometer's doo-doo! Well, that's all for today. I suppose I'll be seeing you again tomorrow, and we'll see. Maybe we'll get the slime change in a couple days, but I can at least show you my slime eating poop. That's something, huh? That's, you can see him eating doo-doo. It's pretty cool. See you then. It's not right.